Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kurume Deva Sarvakarachi Sarvadam Ganganapate Namaha Om Shri Sadgurubhyo Namaha Om Shri Hanumate Namaha. Welcome to Nitya Satsang. Today is the 6th of February 2025. I want to offer my prostrations to all the great sages and to Bhagavan residing in the heart of every single being. We're continuing to examine the Mandukya Upanishad. And today I want to talk a bit more about how the Mandukya Upanishad is talking about the Omkar, which we've talked about a bit before, but in a little bit further understanding of the Omkar in terms of the waking state, dream state, deep sleep state, and the fourth state that is called the Vaishvanara is the waking state. The Taijasa, Taijasa, is called the dream state, and the Pragna is called the deep sleep state. And the Turiya is called the fourth state, or sometimes that is called silence also. So, the waking state is our experience. This is a state of outward focus, experiencing the gross world through the senses. It is associated with the physical body and the conscious mind. So, we are in a state. State meaning avastha. It is called avastha. The word avastha means state of experience for the Atma Tattva. The Atma Tattva is experiencing the world, the gross world. So that is called Vaishvanara in Sanskrit also. And it is a great power. It is a tremendous Mahashakti that is operating to give the Jivatma this experience. You know, it's remarkable how it is happening, right? It's very, very intricate. But this is where Brahma Vidya comes into the picture, because once we start our progression towards Paramatma, we begin to not get stuck inside the waking state. This is the very first indicator of spiritual evolution, that one is not stuck in the waking state. That is our goal, to not be stuck at all. The state is there. The experience of the Jagrat world is going to be there. Unless you go into Nirvikalpa Samadhi, that Turiyam Avastha, where the body, mind, senses are just extremely still. And then you go into, there's Nirvikalpa Samadhi, the Avastha disappears. It actually goes away. Vachanamrut discusses this, and there are discussions of this in the Yoga Sutras also, with regards to the state going away. But as long as there's a body, there's going to be a waking state. If the yogi leaves the body completely, then there's no waking, there's no world even at that point. There's the spiritual reality. But as long as we are here, there is a Jagrat Avastha, and it is the gross world. So the first indicator of spiritual evolution, or the very significant indicator, is that one is not getting stuck inside the waking state, although the experiences through the body continue. The same experiences continue, but they are not considered to be ultimately real. They're just fleeting. They come and go, come and go, come and go. Experiences of the body come and go. It has relative reality. So this is called Jagrat Avastha. Now, it is actually only in this Jagrat Avastha that we can do all of our sadhanas. This is where the evolution towards higher consciousness is possible, in the Jagrat Avastha. Jagrat Avastha is an opportunity given by the supreme consciousness for much greater evolution, for much greater realization. So this is where a devotee fixes the mind on Bhagavan from a bhakti point of view. I mentioned it now last couple of days. If depending on which path we're taking, there is a predominance of manovritti in one direction. Meaning what? that if someone is a Gnani, the mind is going to be absorbed in the Brahmic consciousness, the Mahavakyas and those kinds of things, that the Gnani is absorbed in that beautiful realization, beautiful path of Gnana, where Viveka continues. The separation is there between what is real, what is unreal, things like that. So there's sadhana in Gnan Marg. Many sadhanas are shown by the great sages. So sadhana in Bhakti Marg, sadhana in Karma Yoga. This is all done in the waking state, Jagrat Avastha. So the Avastha, meaning the movement from minute to minute, hour to hour, it is realized as an unfolding of experience. But the Atma Tattva is achalam. Atma Tattva isn't going anywhere. There's no coming or going for the Atma. There's no birth or death for the Atma. The Atma Tattva doesn't move anywhere. It is eternally present. You know how we say sometimes the person's Atma has left the body, Jivatma? That's not true, actually. But totally false baat hai. That's not true at all. The body and the world have left the Atma. Not the Atma hasn't left the body. The Atma doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't move in space and time. Worlds appear and disappear around the Atma. It sounds strange. Like, sorry, right now Sachin is sitting here in this chair with this body, right? So if I move my hand up, or if I just get up and walk, let's say I walk 100 feet, did the Atma go from here to 100 feet over there? No, of course not. That's not what happened. In fact, what actually happened is that because of Gnan Shakti, Icha Shakti, Kriya Shakti, and the powers in the Brahmand, this particular Atma Tattva, through this body, mind, senses, is given the experience, meaning what has happened, the body, mind, senses, and the entire cosmos has revolved around the Atma. And so it is not that Sachin has gone from one place, it is not that the Atma Tattva has gone from one place to another. The Atma doesn't leave the body. There's no leaving the body. I mean, we say that, we use that expression because that's kind of what our perception is. We feel that, the Atma Tattva is gone or something is gone from the person. And, that from our perspective, we can say that. But in reality, from the point of view of the Atma, there is no coming and going. The highest sages in the Upanishads that are described, they're talking, they're sitting in their ashram. They're sitting in one place. They're not roaming around in the sansar looking for happiness. They're also not taking spaceships trying to go to different planets and all that. They're not doing any of those things. Why is that? They're not doing any of those things because they are able to tap into the Atma Tattva. They have realized that the Atman is the Brahman. And so just in the Omkar, that's what this Upanishad is saying. That the Rishi who is absolutely awakened into the Brahmic consciousness, kaha ana jana nahi rehta. There's no coming or going. They can, if they want, they can see billions of galaxies just sitting where you are. There's no coming and going. They can see billions of planets. They can see all kinds of reality if they want to see it. Many times they don't even want to see. Even those things are too small. See how extraordinary this is. Adhyatma kya hai? We are so impressed by this Hubble Space Telescope and James Webb and all that thing. The millions of galaxies are found. Ye koi badi baat nahi for the rishis. This is a very minor thing, actually. Very minor. They can see anything. They can see much beyond even all of those telescopes and all that stuff. The telescopes are only extending our senses. They're able to see the 14 lokas of the Brahman. They're able to see billions of Brahman. They're able to see Brahmaji, Bhagwan Shankar, Bhagwan Vishnu. Wo to sab, the telescopes cannot see all that. Impossible. So what the rishis are able to realize, because they are masters of the mind. They have mastered, of course, they have mastered the mind. That's even very minor, actually. With something which seems very major for us, that is very minor for them. Mastery is like, of course there's mastery. Of course. There's no question about that. They have mastered it. But then they are sitting in their own meditation. They're sitting in their own ashram. See, the word is ashram. Ashram means that place where there is no egocentric activity performed is called ashram. हाँ, इसका मीनिंग ही ये है. There is absolute rest. Ashram. Ashram means the word comes from the state of the rishis in the environment that they have built, and they're sitting with, they are interacting with the people outside. But the interaction is 100% in Brahmic consciousness, not at all in egoic consciousness. That interaction is of intense love. It is not our emotional love, not how we experience what we call love, not that. That is still within Maya. That is very small, actually. What they are expressing, what is being expressed in the enlightened state towards all is beyond any description. It is infinite compassion. It is unlimited love. It is the oceanic love, transoceanic love. Cannot even be described. The amount of difference there is between one bacterium cell and a human being is how much difference there is between a human being, ordinary, healthy, normal human being, and an enlightened human being. That's how much difference there is. We, in this human condition, we are trapped in so many limited things. Small things, we are not able to even get out of all of that. Where is the issue of Brahma Vidya and all that? That is so far ahead. That is so far ahead, but it is available. It's when we are no longer stuck inside Jagrat Avastha. Amazing. And there are thousands of bhajans and kirtan, by the way, from so many sages about this. That's why Upanishad is extremely potent. That's why people don't, as I mentioned yesterday, nobody does any katha and exposition. It's so intensely concentrated. Amazing. And because it is spoken directly at the Brahmic level and then just slightly below the Brahmic level. All the Upanishads are like that. That is a great possibility for every human being to realize that we are a divine being. We can realize that phenomenal truth. There's no question of going. And the alokik experiences, meaning they can just sit for, it's just aham brahmasmi, and mind, senses, everything are absolutely still, and they can sit for 5 minutes, and in that 5 minutes is as if hundreds of years have gone. They have gone outside of time. And in 5 minutes earth time, In Yoga Samadhi, they go for 5 minutes. Hundreds and hundreds, even thousands of years of experience in the higher dimensions is available for them. Only 5 minutes have gone here, but their anubhav is so far beyond, and then they come back to the relative world and they can interact in the relative world also. But these are very, very supra advanced beings. And these are the rishis of Sanatana Dharma. And then they're present today also. It's not that like they're not, they have been present always. They're always present. In Vachanamrut it is written, Bhagwan and Bhagwan na sant prithvi upar vicharta hoy. It means that they are present in some form or other. They are present here for the benefit of the world. They're sent by God. They're sent by that super consciousness, or the divine. So it's not about external going somewhere. Externally, you cannot, how far you will go. Even Gurunathitanand Swami mentioned it beautifully. He said, Bahya drashti thi akshardham lakh ganu chetuche. The akshardham is, from external point of view, you cannot reach that by spaceships. It's beyond space and time. How can you reach that abode? No way. But antardrishti, in the internal realization, you are right there. It's not far away. It is right there. It is right here. But that opening into that dimension, into that awareness, would mean that the Jagrat Avastha is absolutely transcended, meaning the entanglements in it are gone. Not at all. The Avastha itself by the rishis is seen as just a fleeting phenomena. It is ultimately unreal. Sapnatulya. It is like a dream. And a lot of discussion is there in the Upanishads. Anyway, but that is the Jagrat Avastha. That is called Vaishvanara. Then there's the dream state. We'll talk the Pragna, Turiya. So the first verse of the Mandukya Upanishad discusses all of this. And see the words are Harihi Om Om iti etat aksharam idam sarvam tasya upavyakhyanam bhutam bhavat bhavishyat iti sarvam Om Omkara eva etatcha. So bhut bhavishya, the past, present, future, when it talks about that, and it says aksharam idam sarvam, when you expound upon this, and the Omkar also is expounded upon, the Jagrat Avastha, Swapna Avastha, Shushupti Avastha, the three forms of time, past, present, future, the physical, subtle, causal, everything is there, so all that is in the experience is only Brahman. That is the realization. It is a realization. Once Brahman is realized, then once we come back into the relative world is also seen as Brahman. Is also seen as the same reality in a dynamic modulated form. And in that state, a yogi lives. Then what is the life? In the relative world, there is Guru and Shishya. In the absolute Advaita, there is no Guru and Shishya. Shankaracharya ji's, the famous poem, right? Chidananda Rupam Shivoham Shivoham. If you look at the Na Guru, Na Shishya, that is written like this. Why is that? Because the concept of Guru and Shishya is within the dualistic framework, within the plurality of life. But when the realization occurs, there is no Guru or Shishya in that sense. And that is the goal of the Upanishad, is to bring the Shishya into the awareness that you are that reality, Tattvam Asi. You are that. The Upanishad doesn't mean, as we've stated before, that some guru is sitting on some big, asana and thousands of people are sitting below and worshipping that person. That's not, that's okay. Karo sab khel. But that's not what the Upanishad is really teaching. See, Upanishad is saying, Upanishad means to go near, Upa means to go near, to sit at the feet of the Guru. And as the Gita says, Tat Viddhi Pranipatena Pariprashnena Sevaya. Ask questions with humility, with love, with affection. The Guru doesn't consider himself or herself or beyond the Shishya. Yes, as a respect, that's all fine. There's that sense of that we're respecting the Guru. But the goal is to bring into that one consciousness only, where the division goes away. This is the Upanishad, is what it's trying to achieve, right? And then the Gita and other scriptures also. So let's stop here for now. We'll continue on this further tomorrow. Om Divilingaya Namaha, Urdhvalingaya Namaha, Anandalingaya Namaha, Kara Charanakritam Va, Kayajam Karmajam Va, Shravananajam Va, Manasam Va, Paradam, Vihitam Abhihitam Va, Sarvametashamasva, Jai Jai Karunabde Shri Mahadeva Shambho, Om Divilingaya Namaha, Urdhvalingaya Namaha, Anandalingaya Namaha, Dvadas Jyotirlingaya Namo Namaha, Om Aim Rim Klim Chamandai Viche, Om Durge Durge Rakshani Tata Swaha, Om Shri Durga Arpanamastu, Om Shri Radha Krishnar Parnamastu.